بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أنبياء الله جميعا وعلى سيدهم وخاتمهم حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله، السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله، وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك وأناخت برحلك. عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. وبعد، فقد قال تعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Most of the people in this life, they suffer from some sort of anxiety and fear, some type of confusion and disorder. Sometimes it is apparent, you can see it, you can observe it, and sometimes they try to hide it, but it is there. They have this sort of anxiety. Most of the people. Some people admit to this, some people don't want to admit, they deny it. And therefore, every person in this life, every individual in this life, they need the support, they need the emotional and spiritual support to keep them strong, to dispel this fear, this type of fear and anxiety. Therefore, they need the support of their society, their community, their friends. This is why we need friends. We need wise friends. We need responsible friends. They can be of good help and support for us. They need the support of their families. Definitely they need the support of their spouses. No support is like your wife or your husband when he or she stand next to you. This is why when Allah speaks about marriage, He says marriage, it's not about sleeping together or eating together or vacationing together. It's about moral support. It's about spiritual support. خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا. So you may find with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife, you are supposed to find rest and peace and emotional shelter. لِتَسْكُنُوا. Second, stability. You find stability, not just physical stability, mental stability, spiritual stability. Sometimes when you are confused and you have a strong wife, confident wife, she can dispel this confusion, this fear in your heart. She can give you assurances that tomorrow is going to be a much better day than today. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about your mortgage. Don't worry about your job. There is God. Have faith. Put your trust in God. This is their job. This is exactly what Khadija alayhi salam did to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. She would comfort him. Every time he comes home, back home from his job, and his job was preaching, inviting people, leaving the house in the morning, coming back in the evening, sometimes with the blood all over his body. She would provide him with help, with support, with encouragement. خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. لِتَسْكُنُوا. لِتَسْكُنُوا is a magical word. You can't find it elsewhere, unless in the family, unless with your spouse, with your wife, with your husband, under the banner of the institution of family. But then there is another type of emotional and spiritual support that exceeds all these type of human supports. And this is your connection and your relationship with God. Your relationship with God. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَتَطْمَئِنُّ قُلُوبُهُمْ بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. They find rest and peace, اطمئنان, tranquility when they remember God. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Isn't it that with the remembrance of God you find peace and security? Definitely it is. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. مولاي بذكرك عاش قلبي وبمناجاتك بردت ألم الخوف عن نفسي. إلهي من ذا الذي ذاق حلاوة مناجاتك فرام عنها بدلا. Who is the one? Munajatul Muhibbin. This is one of the communions, private conversation of an imam, the fourth imam, Al-Imam Ali ibn al-Hussein, Zayn al-Abidin, alayhi salatu wassalam. Oh my Lord, who's the one who found the beautiful taste of speaking to you privately? Munajat is a private conversation. And then he was thinking of finding another friend, someone else. من ذا الذي ذاق حلاوة مناجاتك فرام عنها بدلا ومن ذا الذي أنس بقربك فابتغى عنه حولا. Who's the one when he found beauty and security next to you, close to you, then he's searching for another source of security? No one. No one. Allah is the ultimate source of love, of peace. Try that and see it for yourself. God is close to us, but we don't pay attention to Him. وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. He is closer to us than our jugular veins, the closest one to us, but we take Him for granted. We neglect Him. We turn our back to Him. We don't pay attention to Him. Try it. This is the season. I said last night, this season is the season of spiritual transformation. We need to change ourselves. Muharram is about changing yourself, not just shedding tears. Shedding tears is the beginning, not the end. It's the means, not the end. The end, the goal, is to change yourself, is to get closer to God. And who's better than Hussein, Al-Imam Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, in guiding you, in leading you to God, to the ultimate source of peace. التوكل على Allah. Imam al-Rida says faith has four main pillars. الإيمان على أربعة أركان. First pillar, التوكل على Allah. The second one, putting your trust in God. This is the first one. Put your trust in God. Put your faith in God. Second, والرضا بقضاء الله. To accept God's divine decree. The third one, وتسليم الأمر إلى الله. To surrender yourself to God, to the will of God. You surrender. You don't argue with Him. You don't fight with Him. When He chooses something for you, when He asks you to do something, you say yes. فلما أسلما وتله للجبين وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم قد صدقت الرؤيا. They both surrendered, the father and the son. Abraham and Ishmael, both of them, they surrendered. تسليم الأمر إلى الله. The fourth pillar of faith, والتفويض إلى الله. To delegate your affairs. Sometimes you are fighting for a specific cause and you do your job. But then at the end, you reach your limit. You exhaust your efforts. You can't do much above that. In that case, give your case to God, to the best attorney in town, to the best lawyer, to the best defender, to the best caretaker. تفويض الأمر إلى الله وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. He knows very well what to do with you, with your case. He will take care of you. So put your trust in God. What is the meaning of the trust? How do we understand the right way of the trust, not the wrong way? I tell you what the wrong way is, but let me first begin with the right trust. التوكل على الله. I'll give you an example. If you travel to another country, you have a long trip, and all of a sudden you find yourself, you have forgotten your money. You have forgotten your wallet. Or in case of a female, she has forgotten her purse. No credit card, no cash money. But you know you have someone reliable in that town. You have a friend that you can depend on him. You can trust him. A friend who's generous, who's kind, who will take care of you, who would stand with you. You would not worry, even if you forget your money. Even if you forget everything, you would not worry because you know there is someone reliable there waiting for you at the airport. You will be in good hands, no worries, even if you don't have a penny with you. This man is generous, this man is kind, this man is thoughtful. He's going to take care of you. So you put your trust in him. This is how we should deal with God. My friends, whether you are wealthy and you have money, or whether you are penniless, put your trust in God. At the time of need, put your trust in God. And at the time of when you think you are self-sufficient, you don't need anyone, still put your trust in God. Look up to God always. Even if you are wealthy, even if you are healthy, even if you are successful, even if you have family and friends supporting you, even if you are very popular and influential, put your trust in God. Look up to God. Don't look up to people. Don't say, I have this father, this grandfather, this family member, this neighbor, this cousin who can support me. Those are agents. Those people one day can be for you, one day they are not there. You look for them, they are missing. But the one who's never missing is God. He's always there. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. He suffices you. You don't need others. God himself is going to dedicate people to serve you and come to you and help you when you put your trust in him. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَالِغُ أَمْرِهِ قَدْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدْرًا. There is a measurement for everything. He will take care of you. But sometimes, see, trust has two parts. One part is to do your job. Sometimes people do not do their job. God says trust, tawakkul, has two branches. One branch is you, the second branch is me. You do your job and I will do my job. I will take care of you. But you have to begin the journey. If you are a student, you have to work hard. Many students ask me, do you have a special dua during the time of our finals that I can pass without the need to study? I tell them, sorry, there is no such dua. There is no such miracle. God would not help you if you don't study. If you are not to prepare, if you don't take your school serious, God is not going to help you. Even if you pray 24 hours a day, He's not going to help you. Do your job, be serious, do your homework, go to school, revise, don't waste your time, then put your trust in God. God said, He will say, I will not disappoint you because you are a serious person. You are striving, you are struggling, you are working hard. You are showing me seriousness, you are not lazy. I will support you. Same thing with sickness. With sickness, you must go to the doctor's office. You must go to the hospital. You must go through the surgery. Be brave. Do not hesitate. And then ask God for help. Put your trust in Him. This is the way to trust God. Scholars, they say there are subul zahiriyya wa subulun batiniyya. Zahiriyya, the external, the physical, the material, your job, your role. Your role by studying, by taking the medicine, seeing the doctor, going through the surgery. The batiniyya, the internal and the unseen, ghaybiyya, is God. God's help, God's support. Same thing with work. Many people ask God for wealth, for money. God says, if you work hard, I will make you rich. But if you are lazy, don't ask me for money. I don't give money for people for nothing, doing nothing. He doesn't do that. God says, leave your house, find the job, work hard, I will support you. This is the trust. This is the meaning of a trust. We have tawakkul, and tawakkul is positive. And we have tawakkul or ittikal, this is negative. Tawakkul is when you do your role and you put your trust in God. This is tawakkul. This is the right way of doing things. Ittikal means you don't do anything. You run away from responsibility and you expect God to help you. And you say, I put my trust in Him. You are not putting your trust in Him. You don't understand God. You don't understand how He functions. This is not the way. Because God Himself says, He says in this life, if you don't work, you don't gain. وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى وَأَنَّ سَعْيَهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى. Once you work, you produce, there is production, we're going to appreciate that. سَوْفَ يُرَى. We will thank you for that. We will be grateful to you. We will assist you. We will help you. وَأَنَّ سَعْيَهُ سَوْفَ يُرَى ثُمَّ يُجْزَاهُ الْجَزَاءَ. We will give you the full reward. Al-awfa, the biggest reward. When you take life serious, when you work hard, when you do your job, God is going to do His job too. God is not going to disappoint you. But if you don't do your job, the problem with the Muslim community is that they expect God to serve them and help them in return for nothing. In return for being lazy. For being dependent on Him but without doing anything. Expecting Him to help without they helping Him. Imam Hussein alayhi salam started his journey by tawakkul. Allahumma anta thiqati fi kulli karb. See, this is what he speaks. This is how he speaks to God. Anta thiqati fi kulli karb. Wa raja'i fi kulli shidda. Wa anta li fi kulli amrin nazala bi thiqatun wa udda. I put my trust and my faith, my complete faith, but then yet I go to the battlefield. I'm taking my kids, my brothers, my nephews, my family, my daughters. They are in the battlefield. He didn't stay at home and said, God, I need help. Help me. I need to be victorious, but I'm staying, relaxing in my home. He didn't say that. He said it while he's in the middle of the battlefield. I'll conclude with a story. Someone was in a boat in the ocean, and the boat capsizes, and the man was about to drown, but he had to struggle. He decided that I have to survive. He was swimming hard until he reached an island, a remote island. Nobody lives in that island, in the middle of nowhere. He reached the island. There are no humans, nobody there. He has no radio to contact anyone. So he survived on some vegetables in the island. And once in a while he will hunt an animal and he will barbecue the animal and he will eat it. He built for himself a small shelter, a hut made of grass. And he would spend the night there to protect himself. One day while he was cooking the food, there was a fire next to his hut. All of a sudden the hut caught fire and the hut was burnt completely. There was a thick smoke going in the air. The man was crying. He was disappointed. He found himself being helpless. In the evening, he had to sleep in the open. He turned to God. He said, God, from this dunya, I had only this small shelter. This small shelter to protect me. I have nothing. I lost everything. I am alone in this island. The only thing that protected me was this small shelter. And now this shelter is gone. I don't have something to protect me. But then he said, God, I know you are there. I know you hear me. I know you see me. I know you know about me. Nobody knows. People do not know about me here, but you know about me. So I put my trust in you, and I call upon you to help me. And he slept. He cried, and then he slept. In the morning, he finds people coming to the island. There is a boat, and there are people searching. He woke up. They saw him. He asked them, why you are here? They said, because we saw the smoke coming out of this island. We were in a ship. The ship was passing by this island. We saw the smoke. We realized that there is someone asking for help. We came this morning to help you. Imagine the hut that he had, the small shelter. God wanted this small shelter to burn, to be the cause of the survival of this man. Put your trust in God. Sometimes you lose something. You think you are losing, but you are not losing. In fact, you are gaining. God wants to help you. Sometimes you lose your car, you think you lost, but God is protecting you from a bigger accident, from a bigger tragedy. Sometimes even if you lose your house, God says, I have saved something bigger for you, don't worry. Sometimes you lose this opportunity. You think that if you don't marry this person, you're going to die. But God says, no, I am saving you. Believe me. Trust me. Put your trust in me. I have another plan for you. Put your trust. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم, and in their Lord they put their trust. وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين